Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Eddie, and I would like to introduce you to my rip strips. These, I've been challenged to make these by Texture Junkies, or Cheran. That is her YouTube handle, Texture Junkies. And she makes these things called rip strips. And what they are is they are little strips, duh. In this case, I am using a frozen pizza cardboard, right? And they're great because they're made to withstand moisture. So I did a bunch of these, and what they're for is that when you need a little something for your page or for an envelope or something you're decorating, whatever, you've got all these hanging up and all sorts of different things to choose from, and then, you know, just rip off what you need. Hence the term rip strips. Now, these are all the ones I've made so far. And I decided, let me do a video as well, because I wanted to show my subscribers, you guys, how I make these. They're very easy. It's a great way to use scraps. A lot of these papers have been sitting around in my stash for a long time, and I finally broke them out. These in particular, I just splashed with some black paint just to give it a more grungy look. And I was using this. This is a distress paint in Black Soot by Tim Holtz Ranger series. It's a fluid acrylic paint for multiple surfaces. So, you know, that's an option too, to decorate them. So these are the cardboard sheets that come in the box of cat food cans. These separate the cans, right? The layers of cans. So I already cut some up for today. And typically, what Texture Junkies was telling me is they're usually, you know, at the most 2.5 inches wide. So I cut these. Some of them are a little smaller than 2 inches because there were some, you know, just like marks or something, or, you know, really bad bends in the cardboard. So I cut those away. But here you go. Got all different sizes. Now, the one thing that I did learn from the first batch of making them is punch your hole first. The only reason I say that is because I forget that I have to punch a hole in it, and then I get my design all the way to the top. And then and I don't want to disturb it, so, you know, keep that in mind. Also, let's say you've got this size strip. You can do 4 separate little designs, right? And so each time you go, you rip off a bit of your design, and there you go. Now, you can leave them basic decorated. You can go all the way up to grunging it up like I did with some of these. So, you know, you can have some at different levels, different stages, depending on what you think you might need. So, you know, keep that in mind when you're making them. So we got our strips. I pulled out some stuff to play with. I've got some book page and some music here. Nothing fancy, just some old paper. And then I have some of my own digitals from, or printables from Etsy, my Etsy shop. And right now I have a series of gel print sets that are, like, what do they call them? They're made to look like fabric, basically. They're the Rippling Fabric series, I guess I called it. I forgot. But you see that they look like, you know, fabric that's kind of rippling, right? So this particular one, this is the Azul collection, or the blue collection. And so I just printed them off this morning, and I did a terrible job cutting the little white edge off, but that's not a big deal. And so I thought we could use some of this for collaging or what have you, or backgrounds. Then I also have my vintage recipe cards. These are my dad's recipe cards. These are also in my Etsy shop. You get, let me see here, one, oh, that's his photo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages of recipe cards that you can download, print off, and use for your own art or whatever project you're working on. So we might use some of those. And these are the original stains. All I've done is scan them. This is original staining, original grease marks, and all that fun stuff. These are also in my Etsy shop. I've already used some of them, but these, I believe this one's called Boricua Style. A lot of them featuring my very fashionable mom. This one is from March 1965. This is my mom, and I'm not sure who that is, but there's her. That's my uncle, Junior, or my uncle Edward, actually. His name is Edward. This is my uncle. No, that's my grandfather. That's my mother's father. I don't remember meeting him, but that's him. That's my mom here. Let's see. That's my Uncle Angel. He's my second uncle. He's my mom's uncle, but he was an amazing, amazing guy. And these are all family. I just don't remember exactly like all the names, but this is a wedding party my mom was in. And you can see her. She's right there. Very cute, right? And this collection, I don't know if this one is still up, but if you're interested in this collection, I can put it back up on my Etsy shop. These are from when I did a video on cabinet cards. And these are the La Familia cabinet cards, and they come in various sizes so that you can, make whatever you want with it. But they were to make cabinet cards for your junk journals. So you've got some cool, and these are all original. These are all my family photos. That's me. Looking like an alien. Yep, here I am. That's my second cousin, Ernie, or Ernest, from the Bronx. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff to play with here. And like I said, if these aren't in my shop by the time I put the video up, let me know in the comments, and I can certainly put them back up. Could do like maybe a little exclusive. So I'm gonna clear the decks, and we'll make some, we'll start making some of these rip strips. I pulled these two out. I wanna start with these. So maybe what we could do is we can collage or do the entire background with with this, and then start layering in different pieces like book page, and we get some words, and I've got some other stuff, some stamps, some butterflies, pictures. We could use some stamps. I got some foam stamps here we could use. And then I've got even some distress crayons. These are great to use to give them that extra vintagey, grungy look. Add a little fiber. These are just strings from fabrics that I've ripped up and stuff. I just save them and use them as little bits. Another thing I did the other day is I made some clusters. These are book page glued down onto a die cut that then I then painted with some white gesso and then just collaged over it. This is just a duck with a little piece of linen behind it, and then it's inked up. It's a quick little cluster. Here's what we could do. We could do a background of one of these and maybe some book page, and then you glue these down. This one's a little bit bigger, but let's say we could do these 4, and you've got right away. That is an instant 4 clusters that you'll have at the ready. So we can do that. Let's see what photos we might want to use. I like the photos. Let's start with that. And don't worry, these are not my originals. These are copies I made on the printer, so I'm not too stressed about that. Even the recipe cards, I have the originals for those. And those are very, very precious to me. So So grab some supplies and craft along with me, because these are pretty easy to make. They're fun to make. There's no rules, regulations, there's, nothing like that. And you can certainly, do your own style if you have a specific look you're looking for. If there's a specific style that you make your journals out of, in a way, totally. These are great to just tailor to your own style and your own kind of artistic view, if you will. Here we go. Let's just go ahead and ink it up now while I'm thinking about it. We'll do a couple of photos. On there. Washi stickers, if you have an abundance of washi stickers, it's great for this. On some of my other ones, I used washi stickers. Like, these are all washi. Oh, these are fun. These are stamps. These are from PM Artist Studio. These, I forget where they're from. They're just silicone stamps I got from a friend of mine, Maya. And let's see. Oh, the paper in the background, too, is really cool. It's actually an original ledger document that I scanned onto the computer and then just printed it out in some paper. And I used that as the background and just stamped over it. That's it. These are washi stickers too. This is a strip of gel print. This is book page that I painted on and sprayed on with my spray dyes. The background here is a gel print I did with black paint and some mark making tools, and then I spray dyed it with different colors, and then just collaged over it with my birds, some birds, and the book page. More washes, all just washi. And always keep in mind, because this was hard for me to do, I was, working on these and thinking, oh, I need to, make sure everything flows well. You need to make sure that you have like separate little vignettes that you can tear off, or one big collage that you can tear off. You're not looking to create one full piece. So keep that in mind when you are creating. I need to get better rings. These are a pain in the booty. Okay. Cheran has a cool ring. Texture Junkies, you get the big, book ring, and then the smaller binder rings with her strips on them. She keeps them in a bucket right next to her, so whenever she needs something, a little something, she just yank those out and pull a piece. Let's do another small photo. Let's see this lovely lady here, who is probably, I'm gonna go ahead and rip that out. She's probably relative of my maternal grandmother. A lot of these photos are from my maternal grandmother. Give a little rippy rip. And it's just, it's fun, it's relaxing. I did a bunch the other day and I wasn't feeling so good this weekend. So I said, I need something that's just kind of, not necessarily mindless, but just, I can do without thinking too much about it. And so I started making these. And yeah, just relax, put some music on. Had a great time. Food packaging, like I said, is great for these strips. You can use, if you have offcuts from scrapbook paper, those are great as bases. Gel prints, if you're just going to use, like if this was the actual gel print, I could cut those and use that. But sometimes gel prints, depending on how much paint you have on them, they can tend to be a little, they get a little thicker. I need one more photo. Let's see. Let's work in threes. Yeah, let's use this adorable little girl. Yeah, so the printables are great because print them. You can print off what you want. You can change the sizes on them depending on what you need. And let's say you run out, you can print more. It's really easy. Yeah, so you go to my Etsy shop, and all my stuff is there. I have. It's also called Eddie Makes Art. There is a link in the description box below. So check that out. I'm also having a big sale, 45% off on my handmade journals. So check that out. Very cool. Okay. Don't worry, that's not going on the floor. I got a little waste paper basket over here to my left. Now, mind you, when I get into the thick of things and I'm really going with mass making or just making, something big or, intense, there's stuff everywhere. I try to be better about it, but, sometimes when you get in that zone, you can't really focus on anything else. Let's do this one. Oh, that slipped in there. That is, that used to be on my Etsy. It's not on my Etsy anymore. It's an older print. Okay. And for gluing, use your favorite glue stick. Use gel medium. And what I wanted to show you was the two things I use. You can use glitter glue. That's definitely an option. So I use glitter glue, paper to paper, dries quickly, and it's water-based. Glue stick. I have matte gel medium in clear. And this stuff I just got from the Crafter's Workshop on Amazon. And it says here, great for collage. But it's great for a lot of stuff. It's great for, like it says, collage, which means like a glue adhering. And for sealing your work, that type of thing. And another thing is, when I created the first two, so this one and this one, these are painted with gel medium. And then I splash the paint on them. So you get that cool effect, right? Now, these are not sealed with the gel medium. So you can see like everything goes just right it sucks into the paper. So if you want to have more of an effect like this, seal them first with a medium, an acrylic medium. Another reason to do that is when you use your, like a distress crayon or something, you want to have it sealed. It's easier to spread and move and get the effects you really want. Look at me sounding like I know what I'm talking about. That's scary. All right, let me get all these papers out of my way. And just set them aside. Okay, let's get to making. So why don't we do this one on here? Do I like it that way, or do I like it? I like it this way with more of the black. Okay, so let's turn this over. We're gonna glue it up, and I'm just using my glue stick on this one. Make sure you get your edges. Always get your edges. Okay, now it's glued up. Yeah, so I had a little arty, crafty date with Cheran. I'm on the East Coast, she's on the West Coast of the US, so obviously it was virtual. But it was so much fun. We chatted, we gossiped, we didn't gossip, but we chatted, and we got to know each other better, and we swapped arty stories, and she talked to me about these rip strips, and she's like, I'm going to challenge you to make them. So yeah, I'm not one to back down from a challenge. So that's what I did. I said, I accept, woman. I will make rip strips. Okay. And then just cut around. Easy peasy. Now for the back, since these are probably will be glued onto something, a surface, I wouldn't worry too much about the back. The point is, these are, you know, quick, easy, decorative strips. There you go, one background. And then on this one, see some of this. Use some of this with the rusty looking bit. I like that. Just let it go about there. Oh, it got wet. So we'll just have to move it down. And see, that's what happens when you wet in something that's on inkjet. Like if you spray water on it, something that's been printed on an inkjet printer, it will leak. Make sure these are nice and smooth. And just cut around. Now, I know I said that these are good for using up scraps, but I wanted to show you my printables. Now I have more scraps for another project. Nothing wrong with that, right? So some of the things I pulled out to play with are some words, some, sentiments. I've got some postage stamps, some little stickers that I made, butterflies, some flowers, the usual. All right. So we've got our 2 bits here, and let's do some book page. How about some of this? Just want to get this little white edge off. We could just do a little terry bit here. There we go. And then maybe we'll do one up here. Just kind of maybe do 3 little bits there. And we'll just use this one from another page. Easy, easy peasy, man. All right, let's get these inked up and glued down. Whoa, that's where my butterfly stamp went. Look at that. You find stuff where you least suspect it. This here is the Distress Ink in Vintage Photo. Just going over it lightly, don't need a ton. And then when I'm done, I can go around all the edges and get that all gussied up, make it all nice vintagey. That's what I like. I like rusty or grungy and all that, so. Now, if I weren't talking and showing you, I would definitely be going a lot faster. It's not about speed. I'm just saying that it's not as slow a process of making it seem, but it's because I want to show you all the different steps and different things you can use to decorate and, you know, all the good stuff. So this one, you said we're going to put the clusters on maybe? Or should we do pictures on this one and then the clusters on here? Let's do photos on this one. So those are glued down. So we got our 4 photos. This one's a little larger. We could always trim that down. Yeah, let's do that. Trim it down. Okay. Oops. Things just fly out of my hands, you know. The sun is shining right now, and literally like 10 minutes before I turned the camera on, it was pouring out. We had this awesome just deluge of a rainstorm, and everything just looks so good outside right now with the sun shining. But I'm in the air conditioning because it's so humid out there that everything is sticky, and so I said, no, I gotta turn the AC on because I won't be able to work and make stuff if I am like just really uncomfortable, and humidity makes me super uncomfortable. Okay, so we've got photo here. We can do a photo here. Let's trim her up too. Let's give you a little trim. Here we are. This would also be good with magazine clippings. Great way to use those. If you got nature books, or you can do like all like botanical ones, that would be fun. All right, again, we're gonna trim this up because we just need them a little bit shorter. And while I'm doing this, I'll let you know that I will link Cheran's channel below in the description box. Definitely check her out. She's mainly an assemblage artist. That's a hard word for me. And she makes, she's got beautiful creations. I don't know if you've seen the book I'm working on. It's a sculpted book that she inspired me to make, and they're easy, they're fun, and oh my God, they're really, really cool. Where is mine? That is the question. Well, another video because I don't know where it is. Okay, so we have these things here. Do we need to trim these down? I think we'll be all right. So let's see what I've got in here. Do some flowers. We could do about a good butterfly. Might be a little large. I also had some flowers that were printed off on cardstock, and I just punched those out with a circle punch. And do something like that, really pretty. Rose. And then over here, I know I have smaller butterflies. Here we are. Could do a butterfly there. Excuse me. And keep in mind, I want to punch a hole here. And there's going to be, trying to get 4 in here. So I wonder if I do Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that there. This young lady, she can go. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick to 3. You are gonna go back to the pile. Okay, so yeah, I just think I'd be more comfortable with 3, and I don't feel like I'm smooshing things all together. So she can have a butterfly, but do we do it down, up, over here? And then for mom, what's mom? Give her a, I have one of these, I know that's colored in. Let's see how it looks. Ooh, yeah. Very cute. This is colored with colored pencil. You could tail. All right. And maybe, I think that one there better. Okay, so let's ink these things up and just start gluing them down and thinking about, maybe we'll do some sentiments. We could do that. We could do a bunch of stuff. Put some stamps on them too. Why not? Here are my stamps. I said I wasn't gonna mess this up. And what's the first thing I did? Where are you gonna go? These are my homemade ones that I made with gel prints. Those are fun. Here we could do stamp here. All right, so I like these two, so we'll do that. I'll futz with that in a second. How about this one? Airmail, because he was in the military. Let's say he was in, I don't know. She was writing them letters somewhere far away. And then maybe we could do this one here. Okay. And we want, I got sentiments. We can. Here, loved. There we go. That's a good one. Summer. What we got here? Be you. Curious. Those larger ones, I'm not going to use. These are just. Here we go. Mommy gets queen. All right, so let's glue these down. sentiment here, Queen. And this one is done. And put that right there. There you go, easy peasy. And then we just got to punch a hole in the top to put it on our ring. Got a little tiny hole here. Bam. There we go. Isn't that great? Really easy, really simple. And all you gotta do is tear it off and use it. Let's do one more. And then this was the one, a little rusty looking texture here. And we're gonna do our clusters on here. Let's do these. Now this one can put sideways, right? All right, what are we gonna put behind it? What are we gonna do with it? I've got some burlap. Could do little pieces of this burlap here. There's all kinds of string on it because I put it all together. Get some there. Maybe we do 2 squares of burlap. And we can do some of this. Don't need much, just a little bit, just to give it a little texture or a little, you know, a little something, something. A little more for the second one. Put that there. And so we don't need to do too much decorating. But I would like to do some book page. So I'm gonna move that to the side. So let's see. See, this one, the burlap's perfect because I already got string, or, you know, little, what do you call those? Threads. There. All right, let's glue them down. So we'll do the burlap first. And the Fabrifix, you don't need a lot, just nice layer, and then push that down firmly. And for this one, I definitely want to use the stronger glue because of the weight of this, and plus I'm gluing on top of a fiber, so this should adhere very well. Okay, then I'm going to go to the bottom one. Sometimes spacing it is easier, at least for me when I do that, and you know, I didn't do that on the last one, but I should have. Rip Strip Challenge. I hope you guys try these out. They're fun, they're easy, and they are very handy. So look at that. So these two done in like no time, right? This is a great project for use up what's left on your desk. Those types of crafting days. And they're good for, let's say you just finished up, let's say a journal or some sort of book that you made. You can then use whatever's left over and make you some rip strips. Let's punch a hole. These are pretty much completed. So I'm gonna put these in my completed ring. A little close, but that's okay. So let's see here. I think both of these are pretty much, well, this one's definitely completed. So we'll open that. You see these are a little bit longer. I wouldn't go any bigger, but you know, whatever floats your boat. If you want to make them longer, go for it. And then these that I finished today will go on there. Awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and I want to thank you for joining me and let you know again that all the links to my printables, all the links to the other things I was telling you about, like my friend Cheran's channel, Texture Junkies, and all that good stuff. I'll link all that down below in the description box. And I just want to say thank you so much for your support and for your viewership. Coming up soon, I hope to do a giveaway, a subscriber giveaway, but I'm still trying to think of what I want to give away, and I don't want to be like, I want to make sure I have something really good to give away before I give it away, before I do a giveaway. So, but look out for that. Well, maybe we'll do a live stream. I don't know. Maybe Cheran will want to do a live stream with me and we'll do a little celebration. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, get to making some rip strips, and you can hashtag your what you make on your socials with hashtag Rip Strip Challenge, and I will check them out. I hope you do that. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.